Hello everybody. How are you today? Happy Sunday to everyone. And I'm just connecting here. We just went over this version of attraction marketing basic concepts in Spanish. But of course, my people, as I told you, we're going to be doing English and Spanish versions over here so we can connect all of us. And yes, as I promised, this time I actually need a little bit more of help. I usually don't include any PowerPoint presentations or anything like that in my live videos, but for this I think I needed it. Just for me not to forget about stuff, and also for you, I think it looks cute, right? So let's get started with this, because why attraction marketing? First of all, is it's just that marketing has evolved. It's very different. People are changing, new generations, and let's just face it, we're just trying to get a little better on how to get to people. Walter, hello, how you doing, man? Great that you're getting connected over here. I can barely see some of the comments, so just sorry if I don't acknowledge you guys. So let's just get it started. So what are we going to see today? And these are the contents. So it's mainly, what is attraction marketing, right? First of all, yeah. And then, is it really for me? Do I want to use it in my business? Is it something that I want to include? Do I want to learn about it or not? I think it's good to just see if it really fits you, right, and your business. And the third, which we are constantly going over different strategies and how to do it. And and the idea also is to get connected with the best. I'm not talking about myself. I was attracted to attraction marketing, especially because it comes from nature. That's something that I noticed. And just look at this. Seeing, for example, how the flower is actually catching the bee's attention, how they do that. It's got its own purpose, And I love the quote that I don't have right now with me, but I'll put it over there in the comments, that has to do with the flower doesn't think about the bee coming to it or something like that, but the flower just focuses on blooming, right? And the bee arrives. Yes, and that's how it goes. It sounds a little better, the phrase, but mainly the concept is that, and in the end there's a benefit for both. That's something we have to consider. Yes, it's not the flower the one that's doing that. It's the plant, it's the tree, and what's the whole purpose is for them to make more trees, to really multiply their efforts, multiply, breed. And that's what happens also with bees. But bees come because they also have a benefit, or multiple benefits with that. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. And how do they choose it? That flower looks cute. If it looks cute, it's healthy. And then I'm going to check it out, and then I'm going to have this, and the whole pollination thing occurs, right? But there's a mutual benefit. But first of all, the first thing that the flower has to do, or the tree has to do, is bloom. So first of all, you give. In attraction marketing, as Ray Higdon was established or told us in one of these trainings, and other coaches also mentioned that it's based on giving. It's based on first you give before you receive. Yeah, and it's very different to the other kind of traditional marketing, in which and you can perceive that. People just perceive that you just want to sell them something. You just want to get their money. And with attraction marketing, what happens is that you start the other way around. You make people want to buy instead of selling to them, because you make them want to buy because of the content, because of the value that you're putting out there. Like Jim Brown said, it's like we get paid for bringing value to the marketplace. It takes time, but we get paid for the value, not for the time, right? So that's say, okay, this is something that I need, you start becoming the source of that kind of knowledge, or the source of that kind of information that is going to help them fulfill their needs, right? And it's like, okay, I really want to reach this goal. The information that this person is providing me, or the service or the product, I mean, you have to feel good about that connection that you have with people, right? So that's one of the most important things here. Focusing all the time on what you're going to bring to the marketplace, right? And some people say, okay, then do I have to be the best one, the tallest, the cutest, the ugliest, the strongest, the thinnest, or the fattest? I mean, no, it's not necessary. But I found something here that is important. It's not that you're only unique or like the best, but you have to be more of yourself. The more you are of yourself, and the better version of yourself that you are, the better that people perceive you, the better that you can get your message out there. You have to feel comfortable with who you are, with what you're bringing to the value that you're bringing to the market. Because that's what really encompasses everything, and it makes people also see you. That's why, sorry for not finishing that sentence, but actually that's why, and you saw it. I mean, there are many and many more people, even in the movie industry, that are getting into social media because it's more real. It's more real. It's like a constant reality show, right? And people love that aspect. Reality shows are not real, yeah, but these ones are. I mean, once you get in social media, it's easier for you to show your uniqueness, who you really are, and people really appreciate honesty, right? And when you're like that, and you're like that all the time, it's amazing, right? And one of the best ideas that I heard, and this was from Ray Higdon, about how to get. Then it's like, okay, how am I going to attract people? People need come to social media because they require information. Require information because they want to have fun, they want to be entertained, they want to learn how to do something, or they want to buy something. It's like, but when they want to buy, they go just directly Google, I need this, and that's it. I mean, you don't need to really go through attraction marketing for that. But to get better ideas on how to attract people, to know if they actually need your service or your product in any of the industry, especially if you are in some sort of networking, social networking, network marketing, or anything like that, then you're going to require some very good topics, right? Because that's what people look for, And one of the best tips that I've heard is just to check out magazines, yeah? Once you check magazines, any kind of magazine, let's suppose, and the example that I used in the Spanish version was, if you're a very good cyclist, or you're interested into that, or you know a lot about it, you look for those kind of magazines, and you can just Google, I don't know, Cyclist Pro magazine, and I don't know, and first page or whatever, cover of the magazine, and then you just click on that, and you're going to have tons of ideas. Why? Because those guys that write those topics are amazing in marketing, because they have just a glimpse, just a few seconds, that people just see those titles to attract their attention to buying that magazine. So they are amazing at that, and you can get a lot of ideas on what you can provide to the people. I assure that one of the other amazing gurus but he's in network marketing, and it's Jürgen Clarks. He mentioned that it's like everybody knows something, or knows how to do something that someone else doesn't know how to do it. Everybody. So just find that talent and find the topics, and that's it. Yeah, I mean, you're free to go now. You're ready to get started. So one of the best things is to start doing Facebook Live if you want to do it. If you're into videos, into live video is amazing. I mean, you can really get in touch with people. You can get to interact a lot. You get a lot of leads, etc., etc. But something also that you get from live video is that connection, it's that special connection that you get with people, that they really get to know you. And this is quickie. Okay, now and another thing that you can use that information for is, I don't know, to put a very a text, a blog, I don't know, anything that can answer those kind of questions, and then people start saying, okay, this person is the source of that kind of information that I'm really interested in. The great thing, and I didn't mention this in the other video, in the Spanish version, but well, I need to write some of those texts to not forget. But one of the most beautiful things about attraction marketing is that you start attracting the right people, and you start you start getting rid of all the ones that really don't want to follow you, and that's amazing. Why? Because you don't lose time. Yeah, you start optimizing all your resources. So I really think that it helps a lot, and you can use it in any social media application or anything. I mean, you can really use it in anything, Let's just remember and consider that not all the platforms are the same, right? So Facebook has its own algorithms, Instagram, Pinterest, I mean, all of them work, but they work in a different way, So, for example, Instagram is very visual, Instagram's about pretty photos and use more color blue than anything else, calls more attention, or stuff like that. Facebook is more about interaction. You need to know the algorithm. You need to know, and Facebook Live is amazing, but you also need to have some text and stuff like that, YouTube. And in all of them, I think that the key word is consistency. I mean, you have to be constant on doing everything constantly. If you are not, then forget about attraction marketing. It's not gonna work, because people, instead of having like and Jeff was mentioning this, Jeff Algilbers, he was mentioning, he's right. I mean, instead of having like one awesome video in the month, it's better to have a lot of okay videos in the week, maybe like 5 times a week, maybe from Monday to Friday, or maybe you make a schedule. You say, okay, I'm gonna be live every other day, or 3 times a week at this schedule. I mean, something that people can say, okay, I can follow this person because I know he's gonna be on, he's gonna be live, right? It's gonna take time, yes, like everything else, like losing weight, like getting very nutritious, like growing up, like everything, it's gonna take time. But if you do it, it's gonna work fabulously, it's gonna work amazingly. Yeah, so this is actually the information that I want to share with you. I hope that is of help, that you can really use it, or maybe that you already know, okay, maybe I want to try it, or I want to know a little more information. If you're interested in more information, please contact me. You can do that here in the comments or in a message. Private message is better, maybe it can be more personalized, and I can send links also through the messages, so it's a lot easier, so that you can actually, maybe you want a little more information about how to use one of the platforms, or about anything like that. And if I know it, I'll share it to you, or I can ask someone that knows how to do it to help you out, okay? So you can find me, remember, in Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, and same, Danny Hernandez MX. And thank you very much for connecting. I cannot see your names right now, but I know you were connected over here. This platform is different, so I just wish that each one of you has an amazing day, okay? See ya. Thank you.